Long before the Sahara became a sea of sand, parts of North Africa were shaped by water. Not by a single river, but by a living maze of channels, wetlands, tidal flats, and warm, shallow places where life gathered at the edge. This was a world of mud and heat. Fish moved through the shallows, reptiles waded near the banks, insects drifted above the water, and every open space carried the possibility of movement. To understand Spinosaurus, we should not begin with its size. We should begin with its world. Because this animal did not live in an empty arena of monsters. It lived in an ecosystem, a place where water shaped the bodies, habits, and dangers of everything around it. And here, at the boundary between land and water, stood one of the strangest predators ever found in the fossil record. Spinosaurus. A dinosaur that refuses to fit neatly into the picture we once had of giant meat eaters. Its skull was long and narrow. Its teeth were not shaped like blades. They were rounded, conical, and suited for gripping what slipped through water. This was not the face of a predator built only for tearing flesh on dry land. In these rivers, fish could grow large. For an animal with jaws like these, the water was not just scenery. It may have been part of its hunting ground, part of its daily life, and part of what made it different. For decades, Spinosaurus was often imagined like other giant predatory dinosaurs, a land hunter, a rival to familiar names. But the bones began to tell a more complicated story. The story of Spinosaurus has always been incomplete. Some early fossils were destroyed during the Second World War. Later discoveries brought new details, but also new questions. Each bone added shape to the animal while making the mystery deeper. One of the most important clues came from its tail. Some studies have argued that the tail could have helped Spinosaurus move through water more effectively than most other predatory dinosaurs. But what that means for its daily life is still debated. Was it an active swimmer pursuing prey beneath the surface? Or was it more like a giant wader hunting from the edges, using the river without fully belonging to it? The answer is not simple. Spinosaurus seems to live in the space between categories, not simply a land predator, not simply an aquatic animal, but something stranger, a dinosaur shaped by rivers, yet still tied to the land. Then there is the sail. It may have helped with display. It may have made the animal more visible to others of its kind. It may have carried signals we can no longer read. What we see today is bone. What it meant in life is harder to know. This world was crowded. Spinosaurus did not rule an empty landscape. It shared its rivers with powerful fish, crocodile-like reptiles, and other large predators. Its survival depended not only on strength, but on finding a place within that crowded system. That may be the real importance of Spinosaurus. It reminds us that ancient life was not built from simple types: predator, swimmer, walker, hunter. Nature often makes animals that sit between the words we use to describe them. 95 million years later, the rivers are gone. The wetlands have vanished. The fish, the reptiles, the banks of mud and reeds have all been folded into stone. But in the bones of Spinosaurus, something of that lost river world remains. Spinosaurus was not only a giant dinosaur, it was evidence of a stranger Earth, a reminder that the age of dinosaurs was not just a world of forests and plains, but also of rivers, shadows, and animals that lived between two worlds.